Warning, Metal or Get the Fuck Out is intended for a mature audience even though it may not come off that way. The content herein are for entertainment only and not educational purposes. The hosts do not always know what they are talking about, but fake it very well. In closing, if you take your metal too seriously or have a stick up your ass, then by all means, please, get the fuck out.
you internet to secret GTFO. Seconds away from the pain. Nothing time but breakthrough with places of fame. The one way out is to play the game. You only get one chance to dance. To left, to right. Grab prizes. Your life. You only get one chance to dance. To left, to right. Grab prizes. Your life. You got the wrong answer. You got the wrong answer. Cross out the chair, they know what's next. They're tuned to hear the scene, carnage and flesh. The host tries to quit, he doesn't care. He knows you're not putting time on the air. Look what's right showing all over the world. A raging explosion of what they have returned. All marks of life young and old. A new internet to secret GTFO. Seconds away from the pain. Never down but pursue with my tears and fame. The one way out is to play the game. While it's wasted, save the bodies, spill your blood. Within, what is precious? All your bodies having sex with God. My voice on my children piercing through your lungs. Lace your boots up, deep in your brother. I will rise up and take this up in blood. Watching on through increasing necessities. Your world will fall apart. Like martyrs on their knees. Spoon-fed, what will fill your cup? Then will hold you down, spread you up, dry you up. Come on! Blood! Thicker than water. Blood! Brethren of thoughts in slaughter. Blood! happy day. Life will change here, wait until tomorrow. Make a difference on the day, all the rest will follow. Blue blood, working class survive, don't forget your liberty. Blue blood, working class survive, that's how we came to be. Blue blood, working class survive, don't forget your liberty. Shamefully spoken and never to be free. Blue collar workers, screaming liberty. Respect right out of what I want to see. Talk about working at the feet to shining sea. Like a bomb was trying to contest, a homeland will shine tonight. I will attest, we'll call the pride will show that America is the best. Blue blood, working class survive, don't forget your liberty. Blue blood, working class survive, that's how we came to be. Blue blood, working class survive, don't forget your liberty. The father of our country laid the foundation, working man's way is a real nation. When the days rearrange and all said and done, we will forge ahead. The battle shall be won. Blue blood, working class will rise above, standing tall and proud. Working class above. Blue blood, working class will rise above. We will not forget. Working class above. Blue blood, working class will rise above, standing tall and proud. Working class above. Blue blood.
As the biting wind howls and the night oppresses, a lonely figure enters the deep dark recesses of a cathedral made of iron, steel. Oh yes, a cathedral of metal. Bigfoot opens an ancient dusty book and discovers the secret. The secret he has searched for time immemorial. 5 million years ago, when the earth was created. And then, nothing. Silence. But deep beneath the crust of the planet, the bellow of a demon and the sound of a ringing metal hammer. Once, twice, and on the third ring, the birth of metal. Metal or get the out with Monster and Goo.
Yes. Hello and good evening. I'm rocking out. How about you?
I'm a little confused. How about you?
Why are you confused?
I don't know, because I wasn't prepared for the show to begin at this time.
Mega Gurse, what you doing?
Reading Cyanide and Happiness. Very good one. Very old one, actually.
Cyanide! Welcome to another stellar episode of Metal or Get the Fuck Out, otherwise known as Metal or GTFO. I am part of the co-hosting crew. I go by the name of Lumbersquatch. Gentleman on the other microphone is Mega Goose. Please say hello, sir.
Hello.
That's good enough. You can find us over at metalorgtfo.com. That is the mothership. That's the hub of all things Metal or GTFO. We are also on iTunes. You can download us via iTunes. We are on Stitcher. Stitcher.com. It's just like an app for your mobile device, whether it be a tablet or a phone, that you can download podcasts. I don't remember how many they keep in stock there, back catalog, but it's like 5 or 6, maybe 5, 10, somewhere around there.
They might carry more now. I think they might have changed that, but don't quote me on that.
Yeah, I don't know why they don't. It's not on their server, so it is what it is. Twitter, twitter.com/metal or GTFO. Facebook, facebook.com/metal or GTFO show. The email is metal or GTFO show @gmail.com. And we are live every Tuesday night at approximately 10 o'clock with a half-hour music before the show, starting at 9:30 over on Spreaker. Again, all this information and more can be found where?
metalorgtfo.com.
You go, girl.
Yeah.
Before we get any further, let me tell the people what they heard if they've been tuned in since the beginning of the show. Started off with some Napalm Death, Suffer the Children, Bolt Thrower, World Eater, some Death Angel with the Road Mutants, which ties into the Metalgram of the Week that I put out on my Metalgram. I almost said my Instagram, which is pretty easy to remember. It's Lumber Squatch. Right? That's pretty easy.
I think it's pretty simple.
And I had picked up a nice quality piece of vinyl this week. It's Death Angel's Frolic Through the Park, original from 1988 on Enigma Records. Still has like the original sticker on it and everything, which is awesome. So I've been pretty good remembering to post that stuff every week. So go me. After the Death Angel, we'll hear Testament with Dogface Gods, some Municipal Waste, Wrong Answer, Candiria, Blood, Vision of Disorder by the River, which ties in nicely with a story you have coming up. And we ended it with some Biohazard, Blue Blood. So we went from a little death metal into some thrash into some hardcore. It's the way I work.
I like the way you work it.
That's what I heard. So I'm good to go. How about you?
Did you hit your face in the mic or something?
No, I slammed down my water bottle.
Well, I still have one more thing to promote, if I may. That would be Metal Monday over at unappreciatedscholars.com. Each and every week, together, we provide fans with a video. I don't know where I was going at that one. Got away from me as usual. This week, it's Motorhead, Dancing on Your Grave. And they also asked us if we would promote their unappreciated challenge. They call it the Unhomework Challenge, and you can win a $5 Amazon gift card by participating. All you have to do is go to unappreciatedscholars.com, find the post regarding the Unhomework Challenge, and below leave a comment. And that is it. I would guess that they would pick a person at random, and you get a $5. $5 is $5.
$5 is $5. What's it for, the $5?
The Unhomework Challenge. It is for the upcoming podcast, which they will be discussing unappreciated music from 83 to 84. If you haven't guessed, unappreciated music is kind of their thing.
It is. Hence, Unappreciated Scholars.
Zing!
Hi-oh.
Go check them out.
Oh, I'd like to welcome to the chat room Ralph the Barber. Beefcake.
Welcome.
Yeah, stuff. Oh, man. So, good stuff. I'm kind of getting back into the vinyl again. It's I don't know why. Maybe it's because you've been talking about vinyl, and I've been going through my vinyl collection every week to pull out stuff to take pictures of, and I want more.
Here's the thing. Do you have a record player?
Yeah, I actually do.
Okay.
I have one of those record players, CD players / cassette players that you can hook up into your computer if you wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
Do I ever use it? No. But it's there.
To have, see?
Yeah, and I do plan, I'm trying to get, I mean, I have to wait a while because I just bought a new car. Well, a new old car, my 66 Chrysler. And I want to get one of those, and I know you know this because you're a child of the 80s, 70s / 80s, the old stereo consoles. Do you remember them?
Be more. I mean, I think I know what you're talking about.
They were maybe like 3 foot high.
More specific.
Yeah, they were about 3 foot high off the ground, about anywhere from 4 to 5 feet long, and they had, if you open up the top, It had the record player in it.
Oh,
and the radio.
yeah, this is like a specific name for that. I can't think of what it's called right now.
The
shelf unit?
No, that's not a shelf. Shelf unit is like the standalone thing. This was like a console. It was all like a piece of furniture.
Yeah, but it's all. Oh, okay. Wait, I think you know what? I think my mother might have something similar to that. It's the bottom is like a cabinet. You can open up like the left and right. You can put stuff in there, and there's 2 drawers that fold out.
Okay.
And on the left, it's like super old. At least it looks super old.
Right.
There's a dial, and I think it only gets like AM. It's this weird, crazy like dial from like 50s looking thing, like that kind of design. On the right, there's a record player, which I doubt it works, but is that something like what you're talking about?
That sounds simpler, but I want something more like they had in the 70s. They were huge. They were stereo consoles. You just have to look up like a stereo console or a record console, and you'll see images of it. And they're not, for a decent one, you could get like between $50 and $100. But it's just trying to find one that people don't think is worth $1,000.
Oh, I see what you're talking about. Yeah, but what I described is similar to this.
Yeah. So I'm looking for that. So I want to put it in my hallway upstairs. Then I can play records on it up there.
Yeah, but I mean, if you were to buy something like that, would you need to like put new speakers and new stuff inside it, or would you just leave it as is? Because it probably sound like crap, wouldn't it?
Well, one of my ideas was to get 2 of the Sonos speakers, the Play ones. Mm-hmm. They're smaller and they're cheaper. And maybe removing the speakers if they didn't work, and then putting them in there and wiring them into the unit. And then I would be able to have Sonos functionality with the ability to play through the speakers, a record or something. But I've seen them where they're actually in working condition. So, and some of them actually have really good speakers in them. So depending on the model and how bad the shape it was, I might not even bother changing anything.
Interesting.
It depends. Diapers, stuff like that.
Stuff to hold shit in your pants.
So if anybody would like to buy one for me, I'd be more than happy to take it from you as a gift for all this entertainment I spew forth from my maw. Right? Is it a maw?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. From my gullet, from my mouth, my moufices.
Your word hole?
My word hole. Did you get the reference I sent to you earlier with Shut Your Cake Hole, Yoko?
I think I received that, but I don't know if it was supposed to be referring to something specific.
Yeah, I forget the movie. It had did it have Norm Macdonald on it?
Isn't it Pie Hole, or was it Cake Hole?
No, it was. Well, it was. What was a Norm Macdonald movie back in the 90s?
I don't know, and it was the only movie I think I ever liked from him.
Yeah, and I think Dave Chappelle was in it too.
You might be right.
And there was one part that had Chris Farley in it, and he had an Asian wife, and he's all flustered, and he's trying to get in the car, and she's yelling at him. He's like, "Shut your cake hole, Yoko!" And like, it just stuck with me.
Dirty Deeds?
Maybe that is it.
That's what Mr. Morningstar says.
It sounds correct.
I believe that's correct, yeah. That was like the only movie I ever saw him in that I liked, because I don't know, he's one of those comedians that I just can't catch on to. Like I see him on talk shows, I just change channel.
I love him on talk shows. I think he's a great storyteller, and he's weird to follow on Twitter because you think he's going to be super funny, but all he does is talk sports.
Oh,
that is all he does. Like he'll sit there and do play-by-play of like a golf tournament, and you're like, is this really him? And then I heard him on like Opie and Anthony. He's like, yeah, that's what I do. I just talk sports. And he was like a really bad gambler at one time. You know how he quit gambling? He said. This is what he said on the show. This is what he said, that he walked. It might have been even in Atlantic City. He walked to the boardwalk to a pier and took $10,000 and just threw it in the ocean.
You know what? It must be nice to have $10,000 to just throw in an ocean.
And that was like it. That's how he stopped gambling. Yeah. That would be nice. That's for sure. But we've got more pertinent things to do than to talk about the lovely and talented Norm Macdonald all day. What are we going to do?
Like what?
I don't know. Don't you have some news?
I have things to talk about.
Oh.
First things first.
I pop a fake all the honeys. Oh, sorry.
Hopefully everybody saw the best thing on the internet in 2014 so far, which is the Meshuggah mashup with The Wolf of Wall Street.
Right.
I first saw, like, I saw like all day, and I'm like, this. I keep seeing a picture of Leonardo DiCaprio and the singer from Meshuggah with that like that face with the like underbite looking face.
Yeah.
I'm like, finally, I was like, fine. Like with most like viral stuff, I never watch it right away. I'll be like, oh, okay, fine, I'll break down and watch it. And I watched it, and I shit you not, I think I must have played it like 15, 20 times, just over and over and over again.
Yeah, it really is.
Oh my god, that is like the funniest goddamn thing ever.
Yep.
If you haven't seen it, check it out. We shared it on Facebook. It's basically a clip, like a 15-second clip. Definitely not as long as it should be.
No, nowhere near as long
Of
as
just Leonardo DiCaprio from The Wolf of Wall Street yelling and screaming, and everybody in this office pounding on their chest and dancing around. And it's the two best parts of that clip are the guy with the glasses pounding on his chest.
Yes.
It looks like he's like, "Hey guys, look at me!
But do you know
I'm playing along."
Do you know who
and
I
then
think that
there's
is?
the blonde girl dancing around with her hands in the air, because I don't know who that actress is, but I've seen her in another movie, and she's like really funny. And to see her doing that, it just makes it that much funnier.
The guy you're talking about, do you remember? Is his name Nathan Upley?
I have no idea.
What was the show with this ex-skater where he had the list? Jason Lee was a skater, right?
Yes,
Turned into
Jason
an-
Lee. He still is, actually.
He was on a television show where he got hit by a car and got like a lottery ticket and was repaying everybody.
My Name is Earl?
Yes. Nathan Suppley. I think that's his
Okay.
name. That's that guy. I'm almost positive that's that guy.
I'm not saying yes or no. I didn't recognize him till now, or at all for that matter, so.
Go back.
But yeah,
look at
and
it.
I'm pretty sure you said you
What?
didn't agree, but I still think the song is Rational Gaze.
It's not
for anybody
Rational
who's
Gaze.
wondering. Because the part is so small in the song, it's kind of, you could easily miss it,
Yeah.
The music that comes before and after, it kind of blends in with it, and you kind of miss it a little bit. But I still think it is, and I'm only going by the fact that someone in the comments, in the YouTube comments, said, this is a song for everybody wondering. But you disagree, so
I do, because I saw
if anyone does know absolutely sure what song it is, then please let us know.
I saw it somewhere, but I thought it was. Yeah, I guess it is. Yeah, I'm seeing another comment that says it's Rational Gaze, but I saw something else someone else say it wasn't Rational Gaze.
I am by no means a Meshuggah aficionado.
And I
so
know Rational
can't
Gaze,
say.
and I just can't. I don't know. I have to listen to the song. But it's weird how Meshuggah matches up so well with so many other different things in the world, like the Lady Gaga mashup.
Mm-hmm.
What is it with Meshuggah? You know what it is?
Just
Math metal.
it's the math.
They're math metal. And that's what does it.
There's also another one that I saw. I think it was on the Metal Sucks comments, like the first one with
Partridge Family?
no, Steve Coogan has a character called Alan Partridge.
Oh, that's what I meant.
Partridge
Yeah.
Family. I see what you did there.
No, I didn't. I actually didn't think of it. But yeah, I know who you're talking about.
But it was he's a British comic.
Okay.
And he did a clip. There was a clip of him where he's doing a skit. I don't know what's going on, obviously, because it's overdubbed with Meshuggah. But he's in this like little house, and he's making his thing. And as he's doing stuff, there's like this like slow build up to the song, and then he puts the radio on and starts playing air guitar, and it's Meshuggah. And then these ladies come and knock on the door, and he opens the door, and Meshuggah's still blasting. He's like, "Oh, sorry," and he puts presses stop, and it stops. But it's another one. It lends itself so well for whatever reason to him playing air guitar like perfectly.
Right. And there's another one in the comments, old men dancing to Meshuggah.
I've seen that old men dancing to like so much other stuff. That's a very widely
And
mashed
it's
up
to
clip.
bleed. Yeah. It's actually, I'm watching it now.
But it's that clip is funny also.
Yeah,
If you
this
put
is-
anything over it would make it better.
I'm just watching these guys dance to Meshuggah. Because it's like, okay, I can actually I'm hearing rhythms and I'm seeing them dance. It's obviously more visual, but just look for old men dancing on Meshuggah. For some reason, it's on Meshuggah, but not to Meshuggah.
Well, English is tricky.
Uh-oh.
Did you break?
I might have. Well, maybe not. I think it's just Firefox is being wonky. I don't know why. I'm not surprised, actually.
Yeah, Firefox is crap, but I'm using it also. Because Google is just crappier at this point in time.
I don't have any problems with Google. Sorry.
The videos. Well, I fixed my logging in problem.
Right.
But like I watch a lot of YouTube, and YouTube videos play like crap, and I found out it's because they use like a special version of Flash, and it's crappy. So that's why. Anyway,
what else?
More crap news. Fishbone lost a lawsuit to a woman who's suing them for a stage diving accident. Apparently, this woman stage diving at a concert, a Fishbone concert, and she left with a broken skull and a broken collarbone. She claims the result of her injuries, she now suffers memory loss, shoulder pain, and this is hysterical because if you ever watched House, you'll know why. She also suffers from lupus.
Yeah.
That's what she says, but if you watch House, you know lupus has like basically any ailment, any like physical malfunction or whatever in your body could be like attributed to lupus because it's so encompassing of a disease. That's why when every single show they're like, maybe it's lupus, maybe it's lupus. But the judge ruled in her favor to the tune of $1.4 million. And a popular sentiment, in comments and stuff is, okay, you sued. First of all, why she sued Fishbone and not the venue that was holding or both of them for that matter, is puzzling to me. But also, I don't think the collective Fishbone has $1.4 million to give. So I don't know how those kind of things work out when lawsuits, you sue somebody, it's like, I'm suing you for $10 million, but you don't have it. Like, where does that money come from?
Fishbone has insurance. They have to have some sort of insurance. I would think that would cover that. Mm-hmm. But more than likely, insurance company would be like, oh, we don't cover that, even though you've paid us for years for that. Blah, blah,
right.
blah.
Well, now, wouldn't the venue also carry that kind of, or I should say, shouldn't they carry insurance for that kind of thing too?
Yes. They would. It would have to be like a liability.
Yeah.
Why would they sue the band? I don't know. That's a good question. Maybe they really didn't like them that much and thought they were crappy. I'm not the biggest Fishbone fan. Actually, I think I liked one song by them. It was Sunless Saturday. And the only other thing I know about them, two things. I think the lead singer went crazy and moved to Africa or something, but now he's back. I don't remember how that happened. But I also think, and don't quote me on anything because just don't, Rocky George plays guitar for them. Rocky George, formerly of what band?
I want to say Suicidal Tendencies.
Yes!
Yeah, I know something.
Yeah, he's still in the band, so look at that.
How about that?
Good job.
And one of the things that happened too, that came up during testimony, is the lead singer made a comment that every couple of months an ambulance is called to a concert venue. And while I could see how if you're in court, the jury would be like, wow, you're a real jerk. But if you don't know, rock concerts and shows like that and heavy metal concerts, it's not really, it happens, people get hurt for one reason or another, and ambulance is called. Doesn't mean that, he was making a light of a situation, but maybe that had a bearing on the judge's decision.
Yeah, it's not news that people get injured at metal shows, or I don't know what you would call a Fishbone, but it just happens. It's just, how many times it happened when we were at shows back in the day? Back in the day.
Back in my day.
I remember being thanked vehemently when I was like the only person one time. It was, you remember the band Human Offense? The offense never rests.
Of course, they brought a car hood to the show.
And they also the lead singer used to get wheeled out on the hand cart, like the dude from Hannibal. But he was the guitarist. He was like the guy who was always shirtless, kind of built. I don't know if you remember him. He had shortish, brownish hair, I think.
Vaguely, yeah.
They had played a show, and I think it was Biohazard was on, and he was on stage getting ready to jump off, and he jumped off, and everybody just moved. But I was there, and I caught him on my shoulder. And I don't know how I didn't break a shoulder, but if I wasn't there, he was going on the ground. And he just looked at me and patted me on and he was like, dude, thanks.
And then gave you a handy in the back?
No, but he went right back to the stage.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And did it again.
There are people, if anyone listening from Jersey, remember Studio One, there are people who jumped off the stacks of the speakers at some shows. And
God damn, they were high.
They were probably high, but they did not get caught, or they did not get caught very well. And I don't remember them having to call an ambulance, so.
I would never do it. I was too big to stage dive because I was always just big. And
I've only done it a few times. You know, I'm small and effeminate, so I can get away with it.
You really are.
Hey, thanks. All right. moving right along. If you're a fan of metal, which of course you are because you're listening, and a fan of cats, then you're in for a treat.
See, I thought people listened because they were a fan of me, and you just happen to be like the extra. Not in a bad way. You're just like the extra bonus. No,
I'm the Jack Black of the podcast.
No, because then it would be ruined. Because then you wouldn't say anything. You'd just be like, and nobody'd be able to see your fucking eyebrow go up. Why'd you have to bring him up?
I don't know, because he was a B-roll, B-movie actor for the longest time. He was always, that guy. Who's that guy? Oh, it's that guy from that movie.
And just for that, this is what I'm going to say to you. I played Titanfall. Okay, go on.
Anyway, a book called Metal Cats is being released, and basically it features cats, obviously, and people from and their owners who are in various metal bands. What bands, you might ask?
Ooh.
Napalm Death, Nausea, Skeleton Witch, Municipal Waste, Exhumed, Cattle Decap, and a whole bunch of others. It is on Amazon. Its pre-order comes out in, I want to say, May. Let me double check the link. It's only like $10. So, if you like metal and you like cats, yeah, $9.25, May 6th. And it is paperback, which I find kind of weird. It seems like it should be more of like a coffee table book, which would be better suited for hardcover, but
cost.
Maybe hardcover would probably be a lot to print up.
Yeah, I would think so.
But I'm allergic, and I think they're all possessed by Satan, so there you go.
I'm allergic and I have a cat.
Thank you, JR, for the support. I appreciate it.
You know what if you're allergic to cats, you know what the worst cat you could possibly own is?
I don't know if Daddy would.
A what?
What? What kind of cat?
A male with black fur. Do you know what kind of cat I have?
A male with black fur?
Yep.
You big dummy.
Shut up, dummy.
In news that I picked out exclusively for you, so you can laugh and mock me and all kind of stuff.
I don't mock you.
Zakk Wylde recently was talking about the upcoming Revolver Golden Gods tour, which involves Black Label Society and Down, among others. And there was talk in the interview about doing Pantera songs. And if you listen to the show, I don't think there will be a Pantera reunion of any kind, and Barry thinks the exact opposite, and that it will take place with Zakk Wylde. While he did talk to Phil about doing stuff together, there was no specific talk about doing or not doing Pantera songs. So while they didn't say, yeah, we're going to do it, he also didn't say there's no way. So you'd have to, whenever the Golden Gods tour goes around, you either have to catch it or, someone's going to fan film it and it'll be on YouTube. Mm-hmm. So wait for it. If it happens, then I will, like I always say, I will wholeheartedly, say, yes, Barry, you were right.
That's not an official Pantera reunion, though. And
no.
And what's going to happen is they're going to do some songs, and then Vinnie Paul is going to be like, damn, I'm not making enough money off my dead brother. What do I need to do? Hey, look at these guys having fun, and look at the reaction they're getting. I need to get in on that. Let me put on my cowboy hat and shave my shitty beard.
That beard's terrible.
It really is.
It's almost as bad as mine.
Anyway, he's gonna. It's going to happen, and Zakk Wylde is the glue that's going to bring it together. Maybe they don't call themselves Pantera. Maybe they're like Pantera Reborn, and they'll have like a Dean guitar on stage for Diamond Darrell, whatever his fucking name was, I forget. Dimebag. But they're gonna. It might not be a tour. It just might be one show. I don't know. It's going to happen.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I would love to see it, and if I could, I would go see said show. But I just don't see it happening.
Okay.
We'll see.
We shall see, shan't we?
We shall. And in our sort of new, somewhat segment of anniversary albums, the debut album, the very first album from Kiss, turned 40 years old today. And it's funny because when I saw this, they had, of course, the cover of the album, which is just the four of them on the black background with their original makeup, which some of them still keep, some of them are a little slightly changed from then. But I remember my brother had this album, and I always remember seeing it. And it was like all like the edges. We didn't keep our vinyl in good shape. The edges were all, torn and frayed and whatnot. But I always remember that cover. But I never really listened to the album very much.
I don't think I ever owned anything by Kiss. I'm proud to say that, too.
You know what's funny? We owned, I say we, but it's probably my brother, but like almost every single Kiss album up to, when I say album, I mean vinyl.
Right.
Up to probably, what was Animalized the one where they took the makeup off?
I want to say yes, but I don't know for sure because I'm not a Kiss fan.
I think we had almost up to that one on vinyl, but the funny thing is, I don't ever remember, like, my brother coming home with them, like, or someone coming home with them and saying, here, they just, like, appeared.
Okay.
It's so fucking strange. Like, I think back to this, like, where did those albums come from? They were just there. It was odd. I mean, of course, he had to have bought them at some point, but it's just funny how, time and memory just kind of think like that's like, we had them. How? I don't know. Vinyl, stork.
That's kind of like me with my Voltron toys. They just appeared magically after I used to call my mother to nag her to buy them on the way home. I don't know how that happened. Mom, I need a Transformer.
Ma, meatloaf.
So yeah, they used to stuff used to magically appear for me too. It was odd.
Oh, I miss those days.
Oh, I'm getting sick. Damn it.
Again?
I haven't really shook it. It's kind of come and gone. And I've been good today. And then about 2 hours ago, I just started sneezing again. And
oy vey.
Hey, who died on this date in 1980?
1980?
Yep, February 19th, 1980. Which I actually thought.
I'm going to take a guess, and because it's the first person that came to mind. Randy Rhoads?
No.
Okay.
And I
have no
actually
other guesses.
I thought he died in the 70s for some reason, but Bon Scott from AC/DC.
Oh.
Ronald Belford Bon Scott. I thought he died in the 70s. But
Who,
no.
Bon Scott or Randy Rhoads?
No, Randy Rhoads was definitely the 80s. I don't remember when, but yeah, no, he was. I thought Bon Scott was the 70s because I'm not. Never been the biggest follower of AC/DC. Of course, everybody knows like their songs, but I just remember the Back in Black album. I thought, I knew that was like their comeback album with the new singer. His name escapes me for whatever reason, but what's his name? What's the lead singer of AC/DC?
Brian Johnson.
There you go. But I thought Bon Scott died in the 70s. And I thought Back in Black came out earlier than it did. But Randy Rhoads died in 82, March 19th, 82.
Okay, I wasn't too far off.
Nope. 3 years after he left Quiet Riot.
You learn something new every day.
You could blame Quiet Riot for him dying.
Curse you, Kevin DeBro.
Devil You Know is going out on tour. I'm excited for their new album coming out in March. I like that. I like that song I heard. You know, Devil You Know was Howard, formerly of Killswitch Engage. And
I know nothing about this band.
You don't know anything about this band?
Nope.
Oh, Christ.
I can't know everything about everything.
They are going out on a North American tour with, this is how it all ties into what you were talking about, Black Label Society and Down.
Ooh.
Yeah. They're, oh, Christ, Howard, I can't remember his last name, but he was the lead singer, the second lead singer from Killswitch Engage who left. Let me see. And there's everybody in the band has been in another band.
So it's a superish group?
Yeah, but I don't know how super they're going to be.
Well,
But I liked what I heard. Howard Jones. And guitars Francesco. Artu Sato is from All Shall Perish. Drummer was from Devolved. They're coming out on Nuclear Blast. So it's going to be awesome.
very nice.
And there was another super group too that was I just noticed the other day on Metal Sucks. And I don't know if you had noticed it. I want to hear it. Oh, come on, stop with this fucking loading. Hate you loading shit loader. Did you see that Amon Amarth cake?
Yes.
It was pretty epic. Oh, here it is. Doug Pinnick, George Lynch, and Ray Luzier, which I thought was an odd combination. Especially when I saw George Lynch, I'm like, really? George Lynch? What the hell is he doing?
I saw that, and when I first saw George Lynch, I said, bye.
Well, I like Doug. I'm not a big King's X fan, but I think he's got a great voice, and they had a couple of really good songs back in the 80s, 90s. And the guy Ray was in Korn. Oh, he still plays in Korn. So I haven't heard it. I do want to listen to it just to see what it's like. I think that's an interesting mix there. And what's his
sometimes mixes like that, it's interesting. You never know what's gonna come out of it, and sometimes it's like, holy crap.
Yeah.
Because you don't expect guys like that from different genres to play together.
Right. And King's X wasn't always the biggest metal band. They were kind of crossoverish. They were more along the lines of Rush. I think prog rock. George Lynch has been in everything. He was in Dokken and Lynch Mob. And the other guy was he's still in Korn. So I got to check that out and see what that's all, what the big deal is there. Right, son?
Yes, Pa.
Oh, my God. I was fine. Now I'm all stuffy again. I think it's all your fault.
Ermagerd.
Oh, and Mayhem. Black Metal Legends Mayhem.
I heard that track.
Oh, did you? I haven't had a chance to listen to it.
Well, with nothing to compare to, I thought it was good. I liked it.
Okay.
I'd never heard them before, so I can't say it sounds like this or it sounds different or they've changed or what have you. But in and of itself, I thought it was good. I liked it.
Cool. I will definitely check it out. But in the meantime, you've got a pick of the week to get to, correct?
I have a pick of the week that you should all go out and listen to.
Okay.
It is Primal Frost. The album is Prosperous Visions, and they are from Toronto, Canada, and they are on everyone's favorite Canadian label, Maple Metal.
Maple Metal, eh?
Maple Metal, eh? They are, I describe them as power/folk metal. They sound similar to Nordheim, who I chose to pick up the week a while back, who's really super folk metal. And Primal Frost is less so, with maybe a little more power metal feeling in the guitars and stuff like that. There's not the vocals aren't at all power metal. They're very screamy and growly and stuff like that. So they're not power metal from that angle. But if you listen to Nordheim, you kind of know what you're going to get into. And a lot of Maple Metal's albums, bands on their label are kind of that ilk, power metal or folk metal genre. There's a lot of like with folk metal, there's a lot of like sing-alongs and stuff and like la, 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 kind of things going on, and it goes very well with like the thrash riffs and the screams and stuff like that. There's never like screams aren't like overdone or anything like that. Production is really good, and some of the songs are like long and very majestic, and they have strings and if not piano, like keyboard background and stuff like that. There's a lot of stuff going on, and just like last week's pick of the week, their album cover is worthy of any 70s van you could think of. It's got this guy in a mountain with a sword and chainmail and a helmet, and it would work perfect. If I had a van, I could just on the other side and put the other Ex Mortis on the opposite side.
Mm-hmm. It'd be hard to get kids in the van then.
What's that?
Nothing.
You say it would be hard to get kids in the van?
Yeah.
Well, I'll figure out a way.
Okay, you do that.
But yeah, it's on. It's not on Spotify. I think it's streaming on YouTube.
YouTube.
And actually Bandcamp too. You can check them out. Primalfrost.bandcamp.com, and you can stream it from there. Or like I said, YouTube. It's on there also. I think it just went up, but it's very good. Good album. Definitely worth checking out if that kind of music is your thing.
Yeah, and we're gonna dig into a track right now. What's the name of the album?
Prosperous Visions.
Prosperous Visions. There you go. I got boogies. This is Primal Frost off their album now on Maple Metal Records. This is Primal Frost. This is Primal Frost.
Are we losing you already?
This is Primal Frost with Beyond the Shores and Lands. And then we will come back, right?
Yes.
Thank you.
It's
Yeah, welcome back, Metal or Get the Fuck Out, otherwise known as Metal or GTFO, or at metalorgtfo.com. We just heard some Primal Frost with Beyond the Shores and Lands. That would be Mega Goose's Pick O' the Week. Congratulations, Mega Goose. You picked a good one.
I tried to.
You should pat yourself on the back.
There we go.
Ooh,
Got
what
it.
do you have, a wooden back?
I have scoliosis. It's my brace. Leave me alone.
Sorry.
I'm kidding. I'm just making fun of people.
Oh, great. Now we're going to get all the scoliosis people to write to us and tell us
The
something.
Scoliosis Society of America is going to write us an angry letter.
That's right.
You know what? I'd say chase us if you could, you gimps.
Yeah.
But they can't, so.
Yeah, I'd just be like, hey, stand up straight. Ah.
Oh, we're going to hell.
You are, not me. So, there you have it. Good stuff there. Out now on Maple Metal Records. Let me say that again.
Canada, eh?
Maple Metal Records. One more time. Maple Metal Records. Oh, no. I got 3 playlists shared with me? How did that even happen?
Oh.
I don't know either. How do I get these things out of here?
I also don't know that.
Oh, delete. There we go. Okay. Go on. What are we doing now? Review?
Yes. I'm a little upset with this review, so you'll have to excuse me. I think you might be a little upset with it too, but we'll get to that.
Yeah.
There wasn't really anything big out last week that we could have reviewed, at least.
Yeah, you think?
That caught my eye. So I found this album from a band called Self Machine. I had heard a single or like a pre-release or something like that a few months back, and I remember it being really good. And so when I saw that the album came out, I was like, holy crap, this album's out. I remember this. And I immediately checked it out. It was on Spotify, so I listened to it. They're on Wormhole Death Records, the famous Wormhole Death. Yeah. And they are from Tilburg in the Netherlands. And yeah, I probably couldn't describe their band if I tried. It's kind of groove metalish, I guess, but there's so much going on, like in the album, that it's kind of hard to put an exact label on them, which sometimes is a good thing, sometimes it's not so great. On the plus side of the album, the production was really good. Everything sounded clean. There wasn't any type of one instrument overpowering another, or the vocals being too strong. You heard the bass for a change, which is a preference of mine. Some of the variation was good. There was kind of like some of the songs had a bit of like a gent. Is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah.
Gent-like sound to them. D-J-E-N-T for those listening. And there was some melodic stuff. And it seemed to be like a staple throughout the whole, like every song. There would be, clean vocals, which the clean vocals I thought were really good. The guy who did the clean vocals I thought was a good vocalist. And there was also like screaming, higher pitched, lower pitched. And then there were these almost like guttural kind of grindcore-ish vocals that totally took you out of. There's only in like 3 songs, but they totally took you out of the song. It was usually followed or was preceded by a cleaner set of vocals, and when you heard the two next to each other, they just didn't mesh well. At least not to me. They didn't mesh well at all.
Okay?
It's just I'm mad because I wanted to like this album compared to from when I first listened to it, and then when I heard the whole thing, I was like, "Fuck!" I'm like really pissed.
I know that feel, bro.
I think with as much as the variation, like while I would usually say it's a good thing, I think that like totally worked against them in the whole album. I think it made for like just like what the hell is going on, and it's not like you couldn't tell what they were trying to get across in the album. Is it are they trying to go for like a death metalish sound or like a groove kind of, thing for the album. And I think trying to do all these things, they kind of didn't get anything across. I think if they would have maybe focused more on one style, I guess, or one area, it would have came out like a lot better. Like if they would have cut out all like the growls and just kept like with some of the screaming stuff, I think it would have been fine, because the screams and clean vocals go fine together.
Right.
But the lower tones just didn't. I don't know. They just didn't mix. The music, the guitar work was good. Some of the lyrics were meh. They were so. I think they were a little cornyish at some points. And you made the count. I'll let you do your review, because I think you'll probably mention it. But it seemed a little. The album as a whole seemed a little out of time. But overall, it wasn't a horrible album. It just wasn't what I was expecting from that first song I heard. Whether that song never made it out of the album, I don't know. Maybe I was drunk at the time. I have no excuse. But Self Machine, Broadcast Your Identity, that was the title of the album. I'd give it a 3 out of 5. Like I said, it's not overall horrible. There are a few good songs, but just the overall, whatever the hell they were trying to do with the album, I think just didn't work out. Didn't work out for me anyway.
I had to remind myself of what I told you. I had to look up the Google Hangout, because I had no idea. I kept forgetting all week like what we were supposed to listen to.
Well, I think I found it in the middle of the week, because, like I said, there was nothing really great or mainstream that came out last week. There was a lot of smaller stuff and nothing really. Right. I was like, yeah, that's great. I was excited for. Like this week, there's like 6 or 8 albums that I was like that I couldn't wait to hear. So this week was a good one. Last week was, this week makes up for it. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
So at 9:06 a.m., you sent me the link to Google Play. At 9:13, 7 minutes later, after I started listening to it, this is what I said to you. Cool 90s rock, bro. And I don't know. I really don't want to trash any band. It wasn't my cup of tea. It definitely reminded me of like 90s hard rock and metal for some reason. I don't know why. It just did. I'm not even going to rate it, because if I did, I just can't. I did not enjoy it. It wasn't the worst thing I've ever heard, honestly. And I'm not saying it's like the worst thing out there, but for me, not into it. Just not. I listened to the whole thing, and it was one of those times when I was actually like, before we've talked about how when you're listening to it and you're like, oh, it's over already? I was like on like a song, and I was like, it's still going? I was so upset. I was, not really upset, but there's 11 songs on it, and I was at number 8, I think. I'm like, we're only on number 8? Not cool. There's potential there for sure, and I hope their next album is they kind of figure out who they are and their identity. I just don't. I'm not going to listen to it again.
No, I probably won't listen to it again either.
It's a shame. It's a shame. I want to like every band. I want to be like Sweden and just love everybody. Or is that Switzerland?
I think it's Canada, eh?
Canada with the maple metal. Maple metal.
I apologize for putting you through that then.
You don't have to. Sometimes you have to.
Okay, good, because I didn't mean it.
Oh, fuck you, then. Whatever. Okay. So let's play a song off of it. What do we play? Miles Away?
Yes.
All right, let's do that, and then we'll be back in 4 minutes or so, right?
Yes.
Okay, let's see if this works. It's not working.
little hopeful. These resignations are only for the weak. You're there for me until the day I say these walls are falling, and I will stay until they're rolled away. Can you hear me calling? Or are these words I hear only a ricochet from miles away? You're miles away. And I am trying still. So I'll be here until these walls are falling, and I will stay until they're rolled away. Can you hear me calling? Or are these words only a ricochet from miles away?
Welcome back, Metal or Get the Fuck Out, Metal or GTFO.com. I apologize for what you heard. That was Self Machine off their album Broadcast Your Identity, and that was Miles Away, which is where I would hope to be if somebody ever was playing that again. Right? Goose?
It helps when you take the mic off mute.
It wasn't me this
Yes,
time.
I concur.
Yeah, I don't even... You know why it reminded me of 90s metal or 90s rock? Because that's what it is. I don't know. Didn't work for me.
They can't all be zingers, Barry.
No. But you know what is a hearty zinger? Let me see if I can bring this up here. Okay, Firefox says, because it's got to update. Fuck you, Firefox, for updating.
Oh, while that updates, what did you think of the Faith No More cover today?
That's what I was going to get into.
Oh, man, I spoiled it again. I'm sorry.
You are a spoiler.
They call me the spoiler.
What was the name of the band?
Radkey.
I tried to download it, but they said it was a B-side to the single they released, but I didn't see it anywhere.
If there was a link on Metal Hammer site that brings you to it's their page, you put in your email, and then it sends you a confirmation, and you confirm it, and then you download it.
You could download the one song, because that's what I did.
Yes. Yeah, that's it.
No, it wasn't. I have the song here. It's not what you think it is.
Oh, I know your team. No, you can't download the cover.
Yeah, that's what I wanted.
No, yeah, you can't.
You can't call it a B-side to something and then not release it. You see what I'm saying?
Yes, I see what you're saying.
But, yeah.
That download was for the other song.
I wasn't actually a big fan of that album, King for a Day, Fool for a Lifetime. I believe the name was.
Mm-hmm.
But I've always liked that song. That song and Last Cup of Sorrow, I think, is off that album as well. I'm not really well versed in that album because I never did like it for whatever reason. But that song I've always liked, and they did a super good job on it. It's very true to the
Raw.
original. Sometimes that's bad, sometimes that's good, but they did a really good job with that.
I liked it because it was very raw and very like unpolished, like the vocals and the guitars and stuff.
Right.
Yeah, it was a good cover.
I blew my nose and farted at the same time.
How did you not explode?
I don't know.
Time and space, bro.
Don't even, bro. Don't go there. Yeah, figures it's not even loading now. Fuck you, internets.
Stupid web.
Yeah, I listened to it a couple of times because I thought it was just that good. And it's a band I've been seeing a lot of lately, Nisaragki. I didn't listen to anything else they put out. But Digging the Grave is really a good song.
They don't have a lot out right now. They have like a little EP on Spotify I found, and just a couple of songs here and there. So there's not much out by them.
No, but they're getting a lot of exposure for whatever reason, which isn't a bad thing. You know, I'm not complaining, but it's going to be interesting to see what they could do, where they could go from here. And I did appreciate that. But one cover I heard today, because we're talking about covers, I heard it on the way home, which I started to like, but then the more I listened to it, what I didn't like. It was actually a song we talked about last week, which was Orion. And your band, your boys in Mastodon, covered it.
Really?
Yes, they did. And I was listening to it on the way home, and it was good, but then something happened at the end, and I don't know what it was. Like, I have to go back and re-listen to it, but it made me hate their version. And the drummer did a little bit different, had a little bit different drumming style on it, which threw me off, and it kind of took me out of the song. So I wasn't very happy by the time it was over. Say something, because I'm going to blow my nose.
I'm gonna have to. I'm looking for the cover. I'll listen to it later, but
yeah, I was kind of depressed because I was like, oh, okay, so this is pretty good so far, and then all of a sudden, just I don't know, something happened, and it went ooh for me. I was like, ah,
damn. I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah. What else? Fortunately, none of my internet stuff is working.
That's a shame.
Digging the Grave. Why? I mean, it was a really good song. Like, the vocals and everything were really good.
Mm-hmm.
So what happened?
They're a 3-piece band from DC, I want to say.
Really? Why did I think they were from England?
No, definitely not England.
Hello, mate.
Yeah, they're three brothers.
Oh.
And I know what you're thinking. They're both kind.
See, I wasn't even thinking. I'm like,
oh,
both.
Yeah, they're three brothers. I don't know how old they are. They look kind of young. They look like maybe they could just out of high school, early 20s, maybe.
I get what you say now by saying brothers.
I know.
You got me.
But we have no real topic this week.
No, which is good because I'm starting to die over here.
Yeah, I was gonna say it might be a good thing because you sound like you're falling apart.
Yep, that I am. I'm gonna wake up feeling like shit. Mayhem Festival tour dates, but no many bands allowed announced. Excuse me. So either way, what are we doing next week? We have anything to review?
Shoot, like I said, there were so many albums that came out this week. I'll pick one. I really want to hear the Down Among the Dead Men, which is the guy from Bolt Thrower. Artificial Brain came out. That sounds awesome. There's a lot of albums that came out this week. Junius is supposed to be really good.
What about a topic?
Sorry?
What about a topic?
We didn't have one this week. What do you think I already have one for next week?
Maybe I'll see if I can get somebody on the show.
Could see that.
And Demonica is working on some new stuff. One band, she sent the... I farted. She sent the questions to. They haven't gotten back to her yet. And now she's talking to a female-fronted band called Ginger, Jinjer, something like that. So
okay.
There's more stuff in the works. She didn't go away, people. She's very busy. She actually just got promoted, so congratulations to her.
Yay!
Ginger, let's see. Yep, there it is. Ginger. Is this the band? I don't know. Fuck you. Yep, new female-fronted metal band from the Ukraine. That's him. Cool. So, yeah, good for her. She's getting all the bitches. Holla!
What?
So, this has been Metal or Get the Fuck Out, a Metal or GTFO production found on metalorgtfo.com, where you can get all this wonderful information that you've heard about in the show. If you forgot to write it down, links to Twitter, Facebook, emails, it's all there. Links to the podcast, links to download the podcast, links to listen to the podcast, links to podcast your mother. It's a wonderful site.
Oh, you caught me off guard with that one.
I am leaking from both ends currently.
All right, let's end this before you get it all over the hardware.
So next week there'll be stuff for reviews, more talk, hopefully a couple more sausages in the chat room than there were this week, which is okay, you know, sausage, it is what it is, right?
Let's go with maple syrup.
Yep. Great with maple metal.
What?
So be sure to check us out starting at 9:30 next Tuesday for the half-hour pre-show, all music. And then the live show kicks off around 10 o'clock. Invite your friends, invite your enemies, and bring your sister, especially if she's topless. We're going to end the show.
Teach your grandmother to suck eggs.
Gigs, what?
I said, we'll teach your grandmother to suck eggs.
Suck eggs, yeah, through a straw. In the
Play us
meantime,
out, Barry.
can you figure out what I'm going to play to end the show?
If you can get that song to play, you'll probably play that.
What's the name of it?
Digging a grave?
Meshuggah, Rational Gaze.
Oh, I was wrong.
I tie it in like a mother...
Frame I wish to forget, now replayed in succession.